Ladies and gentlemen, so you got a 9.6.
Six.
Peasant.
Peasant.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Codex After Dark. My name is Tim. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is Uncle Gary, the Ric Flair of comic book. And right next to him is the former Invisible Man, now Visible Man, and owner of Instagram, Dan Kelly Art. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a huge show in store for you. And if you saw the pre-show, you know what you're getting into. If you haven't, you need to catch us live, ladies and gentlemen, and there is only one way to do that. All you got to do is follow us at the Codex Station on your favorite social media platforms, where we're live streaming now, where you're catching this after the fact, and on your favorite social media sites all around. Sal, what is it that they have to do?
Well, they got to go ahead and click like. They got to click share. They got to leave a comment. They got to tell their friends. They got to go tell their neighbors. They got to tell everybody about us.
That's right. You got to get the double guns, ladies and gentlemen, and do at the Codex Station. Dan.
Tell your friend to tell a friend.
That's right. Phone a friend to tell a friend. We also have a website. Why don't you go ahead and let some people know about that if you don't mind?
Yeah, so you can check us out at thecodexstation.com. You will be able to get some fantastic merch. You will be able to
merchandise,
to get links to all of our different
where all the money from the movies are made.
And you will be able to see pictures of all of our beautiful faces and little bios about each of us. So you should definitely go check that out. And,
so Dan, tell me, is there someone wearing a Krispy Kreme hat in one of those pictures?
It would be that guy right down there. There we go.
I sent Jamie like 3 or 4 pictures. I said, pick one of these. And yet when I sent him, I knew that was the one he was going to pick.
There you go. And we have a Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. It's that neat little QR code right there. Uncle Gary, do you remember how much it costs to go on Patreon?
I remember that it cost less than a designer cup of coffee.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, straight from the Ric Flair of comic books mouth himself. Woo! For less than a designer cup of coffee, you too can be a Codex Station patron member and engage with all of us like we do on the pre-show all the time, and even get personal with some of your favorite creators, but not too personal though. Ladies and gentlemen, $3 or $7. So, Sal, when you're not doing Codex stuff, my good sir, where can people find you?
Well, usually I'm like screaming into the void, of some shape or fashion, but you can always find me on YouTube. I know I stole it. I stole it, but because you're the man from Instagram, because you are Instagram. So I needed a better line. Anyhow, you can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner, and also Instagram as the Slab Guy 77 when Dan allows it.
Now, Dan, if you allow it, would you please let us know about your eternal website of pictures and hosting?
Yeah, you can check me out on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Post a few times a week. I have just topped 700.
That's all he's got time for, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'm like at 722, 724 something now. So
yeah,
thank you to everyone for following and interacting with me. I'm marching towards 1,000. You can see me post artwork like this that I actually have not posted the final one.
Nice.
I will post this next week. This is the Punisher if he worked for the House of Slaughter.
There you go. Free preview, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, exclusive content.
Go check it out and give me a like and a follow.
Doesn't get any better than that.
That's right.
This super guy right here beside me.
Uncle Gary, let us know, where can we find you when you are not in the hallowed halls of the Codex Station?
Well, since it's after dark, I can tell you to go to my OnlyFans page, and you can see me there. You can see more. You can see a whole lot more of the gun show. You can see the real high caliber weapons.
There you go.
So, but since we'll just now talk about the more mundane things that are safe to talk about. You can see me on Comic Character of the Day, the site that our buddy Archduke Kevy started, where I am posting the covers of the day. and I'll give you some old school covers every now and then, some new school covers. I also am one of the proud owners of Comic Logic, and we are Northern Virginia. We're in Northern Virginia. We're Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic store. So please come see us. CODEX Station did a wonderful on-site visit. That the fellows were there. So I appreciate y'all coming. I appreciate you editing that, Tim. So you can get a little flavor of Comic Logic there. So come see us if you're in Northern Virginia. And then we do a Facebook Live show the first 3 Thursdays of every month. The first Thursday is a Comic Logic preview show. The second and third Thursdays are our Ye Grumpier Old Nerd show, where myself and 2 of the other owners, we sit down and we talk about wonderful things that interest old men like us, like greatest high school movies, like we did last week. We talked about the new comics that are out, movies, TV, sports, and other old man stuff. So please come by and see us. Thank you.
Nice.
And back to you, Mr. Tim.
Tim the Tight-Fisted.
Yes, Tim the Tenacious.
And you can see that on the OnlyFans too. Or is that under Tim the Tight-Fisted?
I think it is Tim the Sphincterific.
I'm telling you, you need to use Tim the Grim.
Tim the Grim.
Tim the Grim. It's got flair.
I just would look like this all the time.
I don't think Wes approves of that.
Wes does not approve, but we approve. And what else we approve of, ladies and gentlemen, is some new comics. So I'm going to get us started off. We're going to go with some DC here. My DC pile is a little tiny, so it's not the big stack like a couple weeks ago, but it's what it is.
It's not the size of the comic, Tim. It's how you use it.
That's very true, and I'm very gentle to start. Remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start with Hawk Girl number 2. Super excited about this series. I think this is top tier DC right now. It's a shame it's only going to be 6 issues, but I am very happy to see this character getting some well-deserved spinner rack love right now. So Hawk Girl number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and I also
I like the first issue. I feel like they're doing it because it's like her and Superboy and Doom Patrol and all these characters. I feel like they're giving all these characters miniseries, kind of like to say, all right, let's see who sells well or
get some feelers going. Yeah. Well, check out the B cover. This, I think, is my favorite cover of the week right now until I find something else in here that's my favorite. But
that's nice.
That's good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. So definitely top tier right there. Next, we have Night Terrors. This is Superman number 2. Haven't read it yet, but got them both. So this is the A cover. I did not enjoy the B cover. The B cover was Superman underwater with just his hand sticking out. I thought this showed a little more, so I went.
Them bones.
If you know who did that song, ladies and gentlemen, put it in the chat and you'll get a no prize.
All right.
And next, this one I picked up for my cousin. I just forgot to give it to her today. But it's Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder number 2. This is the B cover.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wild. Yeah. All right. That is all I have for DC this week. It was kind of a light DC this week. But Sal, go ahead and keep this train rolling.
All right. I've got a ton of DC because I actually have 2 weeks worth of stuff.
Nice.
So let me start off with this one. There we go.
Yeah.
The Last Days of Lex Luthor number 1. This Black Label, this is a great story. This is some great art.
Yep.
It was a really good story, and I can't wait for the next issue. I believe there's only going to be 3 issues of this one.
3.
Is that what? Yeah. So disappointing there's only 3, but we'll deal with it, you know. All right. So next I've got Flash number 2, Night Terrors.
Look at the hand. Am I missing something on that? Or is it supposed to be stretched out?
Yes.
Well,
That is unnerving, and I don't like that cover at all.
So I have DC Night Terrors 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Here is number 2, and here is number 3.
Nice.
So you guys team here going. So we got Robin number 2 with the crowbar.
The crowbar.
Yep. We've got Batman Night Terrors.
Yep.
Sal, have you read any Night Terrors yet, or are you waiting?
Yes. No, I have read. I've read the storyline, but I've not read number 3 yet. And I've read GL and I've read Batman. So
Are you
I
liking
have,
it so far?
and yes, and I also read Joker's 1 and 2, which I'll get to
Joker
here in a
was
minute.
good.
Now, before you go any further, Uncle
Yes, sir.
Gary, answer me this: is Night Terrors flying off the shelves for you like it is for my store?
We're selling out of everything
Every week.
Yep, we're selling. You know, the Batmans we order a little more of, so they last a little bit longer. But yeah, we're selling out on Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah,
and you are too, right, Tim?
Oh yeah. I think Ravager is the only one that hasn't sold, but Joker we sold out. Batman sold out. Catwoman almost did. Wonder Woman sold out. Superman still had a couple left, but Green Lantern and Flash and Robin and Nightwing gone.
Oh, and you know what? Across the board, they're pretty good. There's some that are stronger than others, but
and Zatanna too.
Yeah, but across the board, I'm very happy with. I'm enjoying the stories.
Nice. All right, Sal. Sorry about that interruption. Go right ahead, man.
Not a problem. So we got Poison Ivy number 1.
That too.
And number 2.
Oh, which cover is that?
This is the.
Because I only got the A's for those.
This is the B cover. This is the B cover.
That's gorgeous.
Okay, it's by Lyrics, Lyrics, variant cover by Lyrics, Leirx.
Nice.
Okay, sorry. Let's just show it one more time.
Oh, that's a good cover. I like that.
Yep. So, Green Lantern number 2. Now I've read. I love these. I love this story, and I just love the typical Hal Jordan in this. The Night Terror guy is trying to scare him, and he's like, "What? You're trying to scare me?"
He's the man without fear.
I know. And then the Night Terror guy is taking off. He's like, "And you're running?" And then he's like, if this is a dream or a nightmare where you can hurt me, that means I can hurt you. And then all of a sudden he forms the huge ass gun and he starts shooting them, and he leads them into like a little house where it's all his family's come, like dead zombies coming up. He's like, "Oh, hi family," and he immediately does the chainsaw like Army of Darkness, and he starts hacking through his family like that. I'm like, that's this classic.
Wow.
So we got the Detective Comics one.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good cover.
And the Joker one.
That one was good.
Yeah. World's best employee.
Yep. And then Joker number 2.
Now, I did see a preview for the inside of number 1 where his boss was explaining to him what exactly it was he did at Wayne Enterprises. And
yeah.
He approves the approval of somebody that already did the approval, but that's on floor 32, but the other thing is on floor 64. And
it reminds me of Office Space, where you're not really you're not really doing any work, but you're doing work of other people's work that's already done. It's really weird.
And you're approving it.
And you're approving it.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I picked up Hawk Girl number 2.
Ooh,
I've got number 1 coming from my HCC pool, which will be late next week. I've asked them to hold while I'm on vacation, so it doesn't sit at the post office.
Yeah.
But they've told me I have 2 boxes coming to me.
Wow.
So because he hasn't shipped, he ran out of bags and boards, so he had to wait before he shipped out. And that is my DC stash.
Well, of course, you ran out of bags and boards. When you buy 84 copies of Venom and you got a bag and board every one of them.
I didn't buy 84. I bought maybe 1, possibly 2. No one has come on the channel yet in the comments and actually said, "Oh, you bought so many Venoms." No one's done that yet.
They lost count.
No. They haven't done it yet because they know I've only bought 2 or 3.
It's because when they were trying to add it all up with their calculator, it was so much the calculator melted in their hand.
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect.
Dan, why don't you show off your DC books for this week? Oh,
yes.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. I have no money, so I don't have any.
So there we go. Uncle Gary, why don't you go ahead?
Wrong. That was wrong.
We did it to Sal last time. Dan gets it this week.
Yeah.
Well, can't do it to me. I got a stack, baby.
Right on. Let's show them.
All right. And y'all aren't reading this. God damn it. Danger Street. I love me some Danger Street. I love this series. I love this series and the alternate cover. So it's issue 8, and because this is mirroring the original first issue specials that went 13 issues. The 8th issue had Warlord.
Oh,
so
that's one of your favorites.
One of my favorites. So the Mike Brill Warlord cover was the alternate cover for this. So I was very happy to get that. And again,
Uncle Gary,
this is just.
I had a friend the other day show me a stack of books they bought at an antique store, and you'll never guess what half of that stack was. Warlord. And they didn't know what to do with them. I was like, you need to read those or give them to me so I can.
Oh, and the other half was Darkhawk, so we're not really going to talk about that.
Exactly.
All hell Darkhawk.
No, it was Warlord and some of the other high fantasy DC titles and things like that. But
probably like Claw and Stalker,
Arcana or Araka or something like that. I can't remember right offhand.
There's Tor, there's Kong. Harley Quinn destroys the DCU.
I love that cover.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Gary. Uncle Gary, back to that Danger Street. What issue is it on?
It's issue 8.
All right. Very good.
And so, again, DC in the 70s, they knew first issues sold. So the idea was let's do a title where every issue is like a first issue. And so there were 13 different copies, and each issue had a different subject. So Tom King has taken these 13 disparate subjects and tied them together in a same story. So Warlord is cool. Dr. Fate is cool. Creeper is cool. Orion and the New Gods are cool. But he's got things to work in like the Green Team, which was god-awful. The Outsiders, which was pretty bad. Lady Cop, which was ridiculous. And he's worked these things in, and it's a really good story. I think it is a fascinating writing exercise.
Nice.
What he's done. I think it is off the charts creative as hell. So, but
nice.
That's just me. So anyway, but I think it's cool. They'll collect it. So if you want to have it that way, you don't have to have the individuals. Teen Titans, the World's Finest Teen Titans, number 2.
House of Horrors.
Nice.
Batman Incorporated 11. I'm really digging this title.
Yeah, I've been
reading this
a lot.
No,
I'm not reading it right now.
It's been really good.
The Joker has rounded up a bunch of clowns around the world. Like there's one called Die Laughing, and he's rounded them up, and they're kind of like his network of operatives, like Batman Incorporated is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got them taken hostages, and he's put bombs in them. That either way he's going to kill them. And then the members of Batman Incorporated who've been sworn not to kill, now if they don't kill the clowns that he's set up, the clowns and the hostages are going to die. So it is really twisted, and it's awesome.
But he only gives them an hour. He's like, you have 1 hour, and you either kill the clown and save the hostages, or you don't, and they die anyways, and all the hostages die. And then they say, like, try and defuse the bomb or like move them away. It goes off.
Yeah. So it's quite a dilemma. We'll see how that goes. Superman Annual.
I read that the other day. Very good.
Is it good?
I enjoyed that. So these are the Night Terrors from last week. I've gotten every one of them so far. There's the Shazam. There's the Zatanna.
Yes, the B cover was my favorite, but somebody got it before I.
Yeah, the B cover was pretty cool. I almost did, but I just held back. The Robin. Yeah. Now I've read last week's. I have not read this week's yet. And like Sal previously said, this Green Lantern was awesome. Here, she ain't scared.
Wow,
she ain't scared.
Yeah,
Here's
man, that's awesome.
A cover, the Flash.
Yeah,
nice.
He's on at C3. So that's last week's. Now we're going to get into this week's. Okay. Hawkgirl 2.
Yes.
Okay. World's Finest 18.
Have you read it yet?
I like that cover.
I've not read it yet, but
I've heard good things about it.
Oh, yeah, I've read it. Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder. I have not read this yet. The first story in the first issue was hilarious. So I don't know if you've read this, but it was, I found it quite entertaining.
So the one I showed, what you just showed there, that's the A cover.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is the A cover.
Yep. And the one I have is the B.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So I guess the black, white, and red thing is like the new hot thing for.
It is.
Yeah.
They did it with Wolverine, Darth Vader, Harley Quinn,
Everybody.
Electra.
Elektra.
Moon Knight.
There was another Marvel.
Moon
one.
Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Raven, Tales of the Titans, with the
Great.
Raven being featured. Batman, White Knight, Generation Joker.
Yeah.
All right. Getting into this week's Night Terrors. Punchline. So I haven't read any of these yet.
Oh, I didn't know that was out. I have issue 1. I'm gonna have to get that.
The Wonder Woman. The first issue of this I thought was great. You've got Constantine in it. You've got Detective Chimp in it. And at one point, Constantine is trying to tell them that, it's going to use your fears against you. And Bobo, Detective Chimp, says, I don't have any fears. He goes, yeah, what about organ grinders? And so, and he mentioned these other things. And then sure enough, later in it, a skeletal organ grinder is chasing Bobo down. And he's like, God damn it, Constantine, I'm going to kill him when I get a hold of him. Because it was never a fear of his until Constantine mentioned it.
Wow.
Superman with
Yeah.
them bones. Now, you didn't like the cover with the with him putting the hand out of the water.
Yeah.
I didn't either, but I dug this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I guess this is the C cover, maybe.
Wow.
But it's got some skeletal fellas there in the background and all that.
That's great.
Isn't that awesome? So,
I wish we would have got that one. I'd have picked that up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's pretty vicious. The Nightwing.
Yep. Nightwing, Night Terrors 2. Yeah.
Yep. The B cover of the Nightwing
So good.
with Two-Face.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I had to get that one. So Catwoman, they've getting 3 covers. Here's the regular Catwoman.
I hope you got the cover that was my favorite. I didn't pick it up, but I'm gonna. Nope, not that one. That is good though.
Not that one. The one that's got a little rear view.
That one.
That one, baby. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Here, when we get closer.
There's some good trunk space there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And the World's Finest I showed earlier, I got the 1 in 25 variant.
Oh,
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of an old school Batman, old school Superman cover.
Yeah.
So Batman's got the, like the old Bob Kane ears.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
Mhm.
and
That's
Superman's got the older chest logo. So
Nice.
And that Superman you showed was the cover C.
yes, I thought it was cover C. Thank you.
Nice.
That's a cool cover though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are this week and last week's DCs. So
Nice.
that's it for me now.
All right. Dan, why don't you get us started with some independence, buddy?
Oh, here you go.
That's amazing. Fantastic. All right, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
see they took the invisible serum just like you took earlier.
Yeah.
Did you say Dantastic? That was Dantastic?
Dantastic now, and that's going to forever be coined. Thank you,
These
Uncle Gary.
books are so independent. They are independent from our reality.
That is amazing. The
You've got them in a
multiverse is
pocket
real.
dimension.
The Phantom
All right.
Zone.
Yes.
There you go. All right, so my independents are I have 3 this week. We're going to go ahead and get started with Void Rivals number 3. If you are not reading this, ladies and gentlemen, get on it. This, I think, is halfway through its run, and then Transformers comes out next month. So be prepared for that. This is the Energon universe, and this is where you need to be right now. This book is hot, and for very good reason. Love the artwork. Kirkman's story is amazing. Yeah, get on it. This is great in every way, shape, and form. Next is Something Epic number 4. Haven't read it yet, but this I think is hands down my favorite mini series of the year. Just the whole concept of this is I have no words. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's fantastic, and it's something epic. The title is exactly that. That's how I pitch it at the store. You need to read it if you're not. And finally, Uncle Gary, this one's for you.
Uh-oh.
I have the gold foil version of Barnstormers #2.
Woo! Have you read it?
Ooh.
Not yet. I'm waiting for issue 3 so I can read it all together.
Oh, that's right. You're talking. I'm digging it. I am really digging it.
I've heard nothing but good things, and when people come into the store and they're looking for something non-superhero related,
Yes.
this is what I point them to.
And we need books like this to have.
Yeah.
Because not everybody wants to read the superhero stuff. And again, you tell a good story, you tell a good story.
Yeah.
A ballad of love and murder, ladies and
There you
gentlemen.
go.
Murder.
Red rum. Red rum. That's right.
Thank you, Uncle Gary. We're
my
sicko
God.
on that one. Huh?
I know we are. Yes, we are, my friend.
Sal, take us further down this independent showcase, please.
All right, I've got one for independent, and it is Void Rivals the B cover.
Oh, for #3?
Yes.
Dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Those
And-
covers are killing it.
Just like you said, this is an excellent story. I'm liking this story so far. And I'm not a big independent guy, but there are a few that stick out, like 8 Billion Genies, and
Oh, yeah.
it just ranks up there with it. So
Nice. I'm glad
my
you're
only-
enjoying it. Wonderful. All right, Uncle Gary, go ahead and finish us off with these independents, please.
Oh, you want me to finish you off? All right.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Since you asked so nicely.
Tim always needs to be finished off.
Just,
It's a
yeah,
dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. All right.
clean your hands first.
Yep. Barnstormers.
And
All right. The not foil cover. And since we're finishing Tim off, what helps finish Tim off? Dominatrix, baby.
Oh,
By
that's-
Gene Simmons.
that's funny you say that, sir, because way back in the day, in the before times, right at the birth of the internet, I was in a very terrible band called DSH, and I will not tell you what it stood for, but
Wow.
we wrote a song called Dominatrix, and it was just as bad as you could think it is.
My goodness.
Maybe someday I'll let you listen to it, but not today.
That sounds like an after dark concert.
Negative,
Yes.
sir. That is strictly 18 and up. All the children that are awake watching this when their parents think they're asleep, you can listen to that song.
You can give that concert on your OnlyFans channel.
There you go. ladies
there
and
you go.
gentlemen. Onlyfans.com/NO.
So earlier, what did you say about Void Rivals? If you're not on it, you need to get on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you're not on it, you need to get on some Heatseeker. Get on it. Get on it.
Oh my God.
Right?
Cover-
Ooh, man.
Cover the kids' eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
There's an outfit on there.
What's the
I
tagline on
guess.
that top? What's that tagline?
The finest kind of pulp noir. I love me the hard case books. Love it. Love it. Love it. And this is from, I don't know, have you all read Gun Honey?
No, but I've heard of it.
Oh, so it's from the Gun Honey universe. And you got to have an alternate cover to that.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's actually nice. I like that one.
That's
Yeah, it
less
is.
risque than the A cover.
Mm-hmm. But if you really want risque, I'm just going for it. I'm going to show it. Oh, we've had some alterations.
Oh,
There have been
there we go.
There have been some things that have been covered up here.
He covered up the naughty bits.
I
That's
covered up
wonderful.
the naughty bits. The bits are very naughty. This book needs to be spanked.
And that,
You got to go to the
Wait a minute.
OnlyFans page to see it.
Yeah, and you know who can spank it?
Without that.
Dominatrix.
oh my Lord. That is Titan Comics, correct?
For hard case, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is a subdivision of Titan. Yes, it
Same
is.
company that's putting out Conan right now,
Yep.
ladies
and gentlemen.
Hardcase puts out novels.
Well, they probably do. They do a lot of like the noir stuff, which is
Yeah,
what
they put out noir books. Stephen King's written a few books through them.
Yeah, hard case, right? It isn't like Gun Honey is the first thing they've ever done. They've done they've done quite a few, and I have enjoyed almost all of them. And then the last independent I have. All right, adjust your screens because this is bigger.
Ooh.
Battle action, baby.
That's nice. I love that.
Garth Ennis, battle action. Some more Johnny Reb story. It's just a
Wow.
great, big, beautiful
Look at that.
book. Look at the splash page.
Man, that's so wild.
And the back, look what next issue will be.
Battle action.
Nice.
Battle action. So it's kind of like almost magazine sized, and it's it'll be 5 issues. This I really look forward to reading this. Nobody writes war stories these days like Garth Ennis does.
Wow.
So if you like a good war story, and he's knowledgeable of the subject, you know, he tells good tales, but he's also not knowledgeable of the weapons of the era, you know, so he knows of what he writes.
That's wonderful. That's cool.
All right, that's it for independent for me.
All right, let's go ahead. Who did I miss? Sal, you did 1. Dan, you did 50. I did 3.
We are done with independence.
Right on. Now it's time for some Marvel.
Make my Marvel, baby.
I absolutely will, Sal. And I'll start with Ultimate Invasion #2. Haven't read it yet. Read the first issue. Really enjoyed it. Love what Hickman's doing. And I can't wait to see it finish out. And I know that after this is over, they're doing other Ultimate titles. So that's got me.
That's excited. A lot going on in that cover, too.
Yeah. There is quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see here. Also for Marvel, we have the Brooks corner box variant for Avengers #4.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love
that.
It.
Is a great cover.
Look at her.
Widow.
Got that look. Yeah, real awesome. And I love the way Black Knight looks. I believe this is Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's Atlas.
US agent. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so Crystal.
Yeah.
And Crystal.
Vision. Yep. I don't know who this is.
Cersei, I think.
Cersei, I think.
Cersei, yeah.
And we're looking at
the red and black costume.
Yeah. So we're looking at late 80s, early 90s Avengers. Right here.
No, yeah, that was the team from the 90s when I forget the artist's name that was on it.
Diato?
It was
Bagley?
But I remember that's when they put Vision back in the red body when they had like the evil alternate universe one, and he like over the body, and they brought Swordsman back and
right. Okay, right on. Later era 90s Avengers. Yes.
I gotta look it up because now it's gonna bug me if I don't remember the artist. That's who it was. That's who the artist was. Steve Epting.
There we go.
Oh, Epting. Phenomenal. He and Brubaker's Cap Run. Oh,
because they had some pretty cool covers. They had that like silver foil one where Black Knight is hitting Captain America.
Yeah, the Bloodline storyline or whatever.
Yeah, and they had like the copper Vision hologram type cover or foil cover.
Well, take a look at this awesome cover. This is Danny Ketch Ghost Rider #3. This is the B variant.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is great.
That is great.
Yeah, I love all of the detail on that. And this title is on fire right
Just
now.
like his head.
Yes, exactly. Moving forward, this one came out this week. This is the only What If Dark book I bought. I know I've heard good things about him, but I was uninterested in all of them except for this one. This is What If Dark Moon Knight, and this is the C cover, I believe.
Yes.
Oh.
So I'm interested in checking that out. Next, we have 2 copies of Uncanny Avengers. And these are the last 2 Marvel that I have. This is Uncanny Avengers, the Alex Ross connecting covers. I have the Avengers one that connects to this, and I know there's 1 or 2 others that'll go along with this too. But the one that I'm more excited about is another portion of his homage to X-Men #1, and that is this.
Nice. I can't wait to get my hands on those.
Yeah. So I missed whatever one came out in between his first and then the one that's here. So I got this, and then the Magneto was last. So I got to find the one in between.
So
I think
that's the one with
Colossus and Beast.
Oh, is that the Colossus one? Yeah.
Yeah, Colossus, Rogue, Storm. Yeah. But this right here is wonderful. Absolutely awesome and amazing. So that is all I have for Marvel this week.
You might even say it's uncanny.
It's marvelous though that you're wearing a Marvel shirt.
There you go. and that's what Dan
here's
has.
all my Marvel books.
That's Star Spangled, my friend. Star Spangled. Sal, go ahead and continue down this marvelous path.
All right, so let's start off with this one, X-Men number 25, where
Ooh.
Kitty Pryde is going rogue, you might say.
Did you read it, Sal?
Yes, I did.
Man, wow.
This was just awesome. So, if you read the Hellfire, the Gala issue, you know that there's been an attack on the mutants, and Orchis is coming after all the mutants and all that good stuff, and has killed a lot of mutants. We won't spoil who, but she kind of reverts back to the training that Ogun imprinted on her when I believe when he was possessing her back a long time ago. The Wolverine story with her, and she kind of got I believe like assassin training from him.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the Kitty Pryde Wolverine miniseries.
Right, and through all these events that are happening, it's very traumatic, whatever, and she just snaps, and these guys show up, and she's like, "Okay, we're just gonna,
Well,
this is what's gonna happen, boys."
It's against her character, but
Yeah.
she had a very good reason for having to kill them all. There was a secret. There was a secret that she could not let get out.
Right.
That would imperil the rest of the mutants. That she could not let that secret get out. So she had to go to lethal maneuver.
Wow.
And it was pretty vicious how she did.
Yes, she did. She actually, to give one part away, she throws a guy into another guy, but she phased the guy. So that guy phased into the other guy. So you kind of see like half of a body sticking out the torso of the second guy. It's just like,
oh wow.
God,
It's body horror.
Body
horror.
Next we have Immortal X-Men number 14.
I love that cover.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
Real quick, what movie is that paying homage to?
That is Planet of the Apes, I believe.
There you go.
With the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Damn, dirty apes.
The planet of the apes is Earth.
So then we have Fall of X-Men number 1. This is the Gala Instant event. And then we have X-Men Red number 14.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And then we have Dark X-Men with the Goblin Queen taking
Adam
over.
Hughes.
Yeah.
Adam Hughes.
Yep. Can't wait to read this. This looks really interesting. I read a preview on that. That looks really good. And then I had to pick up Alpha Flight because I'm an Alpha Flight fan.
Yep.
Got one of my favorites there, Puck.
Nice.
Well,
Eugene.
I got a book for you later, Sal.
Okay. Well, is that like after dark?
No, sir. That is during the back issues.
That's when he's
very good.
serenading you with that song he can't tell us.
I know.
right.
Jeez. So I have the self-titled Spider-Man book, the John Romita cover, or variant, you might say.
I love the
it.
John Romita,
just
quarter panel.
Yeah.
You know, the up there. That's wonderful.
All the books have that, and I think that is great.
Yes. I thought he did this too, but he did not. So I apologize. That's it. And then I have Amazing Spider-Man number 1 annual with Hallows Eve on the front.
I haven't read it yet. I'm getting there.
I have not read this one yet either.
It's in my plan.
You're gonna hate read that one?
No, because Zeb Wells didn't write any of it.
Right. This is what he's gonna hate read. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 30.
I haven't read that either.
All right. And then we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 9. Well, number 31, but it's like Legacy 925. So of course it's a thick book.
Now I'll tell you, I had that in my pull box, and I took it out and put it back on the shelf.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, issue 925 is such a significant milestone.
Right.
Exactly. I'm like not sure why that has to be what it is.
Because it's a wedding issue.
So
it's
they
a
could,
wedding issue.
So they could separate you from more of your money.
Yep.
Yep.
Much.
And I got the
No, look at that.
23.
That's good looking.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Notice I only got one copy of it, ladies and gentlemen.
One copy that he's showing us. We
That's
were discussing earlier what we would do if we won the lottery. I'm fairly convinced Sal would go out and pick like a random issue of Venom and do the best he could to buy every copy of it that exists, so that he could say, "I own every copy of this specific issue."
Oh my god.
You might not be wrong in that. Okay.
Like
Well-
the guy with the Jerry Maguire VHSs that he built the pyramid out of.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. So we got.
Go ahead. No,
No,
you're
go
good.
ahead. No, do it. You want to ride the Sal Bass train? Go right ahead.
No,
it's all right.
I bought my ticket to that already. So
Yes, you did. You guys bought
Is that a
multiple
ticket
round
to
trips.
however,
However. Yeah, those are rookie numbers. Of course they are. Disapproving Wes.
there you go.
So we have Wolverine number 35. I have not read
Nice.
this yet, but I'm hoping that's the end of
Wow.
that. I did pick up Uncanny Avengers.
Oh, you got the A cover, which
I
is
did.
a very solid cover.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I like it.
And then I have Contest of Chaos. I've got the Spider-Man Wolverine cover.
Nice.
Oh.
That's Spider-Man Annual #1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I did
And
that.
then I
There was
got-
an alternate cover that looked really cool.
Then I got the Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Him facing off with Storm.
Now, I will say this. I love the fact that they are using the annuals, at least in this aspect, to do a full story like they did
Yes.
before. I think that's really cool that they brought that back.
Oh yeah, I love that when they did that. When Marvel did that in the '90s, it'd be like
Yeah.
a 4-part story that would cross between like Spider-Man and
Mhm.
Citizen Kang, High Evolutionary War,
Yeah.
Atlantis Attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was pretty good. So I picked up Ghost Rider Wolverine #1, Weapons of
Nice.
Vengeance.
Looks good.
And I picked up Death of the Venomverse #1.
Nice.
Kill all
A
Venoms.
cover. Yeah.
And it actually had a pretty cool B cover. Actually, excuse me, A, B, C, D, E cover.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
So I had to pick that up. All right. And that is my Marvel stack.
All right. Well, we have gone through the polls this week, ladies and gentlemen, but we
I have a
are
Marvel
nowhere-
stack still,
Oh,
brother.
you do. That's
Yes,
right.
I do.
I'm already over anticipating Dan starting to show some books.
That's all right. I know I'm easy to forget. so
I'm
I'll try to-
I'm premature
How
sometimes.
could you
and
forget the Ric Flair?
That's
Huh?
right. Woo! That's right.
I am aware of my condition. Go for it.
All right. So the X-Men nostalgia. Now we talked about this was an homage to the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Who wrote the Planet of the Apes screenplay? Y'all know?
Not
That I do
Charlton
not know.
Heston.
Rod Sterling.
Rod Serling wrote it.
Oh,
One
Yeah.
of my heroes. Rod Serling won 5 Emmys, 2 of them for Twilight Zone, but he also did Patterns. He did Requiem for a Heavyweight, which was the greatest play that I was ever in, and I even have I played the lead character in that. I've got a copy of the Washington Post that praised the show I was in and praised my performance in that, and to do a Rod Serling play, and that was the best acting job that my grandfather ever saw me do. So that was kind of a big deal to do Requiem for Heavyweight. So I'm a huge Rod Serling fan. Just wanted to give him a shout
So
out.
I didn't know he actually wrote that. That's a good fact.
Well, he wrote the screenplay.
Yeah.
Wrote the screenplay, which was adapted from another work, but he wrote the screenplay.
Right.
So, Avengers. This is such a good title.
#4. Yep.
Number 4.
Wow.
Number 4.
I
This
love
was-
the A cover on that.
Yeah, these are from last week. Wolverine, Ghost Rider, #1.
Now, Uncle Gary, are you
Yes.
reading Avengers right now?
Yes, it's a good book.
I love it. I
It's
think it's fantastic.
Listen, the Avengers had just wrapped up where they're in the giant Sentinel or whatever. I mean, in the Celestial. I really didn't enjoy that at all. But
Yeah.
this is an Avengers book I'm digging.
It is
So-
so much fun.
Yeah, Jason Aaron's run. I like a lot of Jason Aaron's work, but I did not dig his Avengers. So I'm really happy with this a
Yeah,
lot. So
nice.
very happy.
Glad to
Also
hear.
got the annual. Now, I know that you took this out of your box.
Yep.
So, but there is an alternate cover I'll show you that may be a way you can.
I
have
think
it
I know
without-
what it is, and I
Well, Here's
no.
one. So here's the Greg Land Black Cat.
Nice.
one.
I like
so-
that.
Nice.
I like that. So
Yeah, I wonder what he used as inspiration for that cover.
Paper and
OnlyFans,
pencil.
baby. He got it from OnlyFans.
Paper and pencil.
Right
Yes.
here.
So I've gotten my
I like
invoice
that one.
from Heroes Corner Comics. Louis, I have not forgotten about it. I had a massive car thing that had to get fixed, but
Yeah.
I got you on the 31st, buddy.
So you'll be getting this one?
Yes, 5 copies.
Okay. So you'll have a copy of it. So there's no reason for you to have the other one. But if you're going to have one, have this beautiful George Perez variant.
Yep.
Yes.
So that was from last week. And of course, it's going to be on the most expensive book that they can slap it on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Captain Marvel.
Oh, I almost picked that up.
That's my favorite of all the costumes she's ever had.
Oh, I love that.
I
love that.
Warbird.
That was
she had that originally when she was Miss Marvel.
Well, she had originally. Well, she was still Miss Marvel, but the original Miss Marvel costume was one that looked like the Captain Marvel concert, and it got shredded in a fight. And then she goes to this one. Yeah,
and they had Dave Cockrum that designed that because none of the because Chris Claremont, I read a thing where he was saying like none of the artists knew how to properly draw. The way her costume was designed, no one knew how to properly draw it, like specifically the kind of the way that the shorts were on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they had him design a new costume for her.
Well, he did a great job on it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. This great Ross.
Ooh,
nice.
Avengers alternate. Ross.
Yes.
That's the one you're missing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
With the Beast part of it. The Alpha, the Ghost Rider Alpha.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Another Perez one. So this wraps up last week's Marvel.
That I think is the best of the Perez archives books. Yeah,
I tell you what,
it's so far.
I like it. It's one of my favorites. That's for sure.
It's one of the most.
I tell you what, I really do like that Spider-Man one though.
Yeah,
but
my favorite is the Avengers issue 2, the Vision where he's coming out of the wall.
Yeah,
that might be my favorite too. I dug it. I have them all. I can look and check.
Yeah.
These are this week's now. Days of Future Past. I really was intrigued by issue 1, so we'll see what issue 2 can.
I've heard good things about it.
Yep.
It's got a body count.
Yep, it does. The Dark X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men Red.
Nice. Great cover.
Yep. Another fella in red.
Oh.
Daredevil.
Nice. That's
number 1?
It's number 14.
Ah, okay.
But cool cover.
Nice.
Dig it.
Yeah, very.
Because the Darcy's wrapping his run up in the couple issues.
The Iron Man annual to continue the story. Spider-Man with Spider-Boy.
Is that Bagley art?
It's
Bagley art. Uncanny Avengers. A cover.
Nice. Good choice.
Okay, the What If Moon Knight.
Yeah, you got it.
Tim had, but I got to have every damn werewolf cover, so I had to get that one.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I had to get the werewolf cover, and I always have to get the A cover of whatever it is, even if I hate it. This one's okay. This one's fine.
The A, I think, is a really gorgeous cover.
Yeah, but
I like the way they do the coloring on Moon Knight's costume, where it's like where they color it where it looks like it kind of has that eerie glow to it.
Yeah, it's like an aura to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Flight.
There we go.
Ghost Rider and Wolverine continuing their story.
I like that.
And what may be my favorite cover of the week.
Oh, yes.
That's nice.
Isn't that spectacular?
That's awesome.
That tells you everything you need to know about what's going to happen.
Look, Ghost Rider's got his chain ready to go. Wolverine's got the claws out. That, my friend, is an awesome cover. So,
yes, it is.
That may be my cover of the week. Another Perez variant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna pick that one up.
Yeah.
What book is that on?
Uncanny Avengers.
All right. Hopefully they'll still have it at the shop when I get there.
Yeah.
I did not see it, Dan. I'm sorry to say.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, I know who.
You lose some.
And
there. Yep. Right
there
on.
it is. What about that one?
There you go.
That's the one I'm missing. The Colossus Rogue and all that. So I
Yep.
have the one before that, the Beast, Storm, and Jean Grey. But
Yep.
that one right there is what I'm missing. What issue is that?
With the Colossus?
Yeah.
I thought it was all the same issue. I thought it was.
No, that's
it's not.
Dark X-Men 1.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Now I know what to look for.
Dark X-Men 1. Yep. So that's where they had that one.
Okay.
So that's it for my Marvel.
All right.
Healthy stack.
Awesome stuff today, gentlemen. But like I said, we are not done.
No.
Dan is going to get us started with back issue gems. We're going to go through that, and then Uncle Gary has a bondage-filled showcase tonight, too. So, Dan, without further ado, why don't you go ahead and get going?
All right, so I have not had money the past couple of weeks to pick up my subscription because having a child is very expensive, especially when you have a low-paying job. So
you're not wrong.
Yeah,
that's why you need to get over to Instagram, check out his art, and buy it.
That's right.
Yes. That's in fact when Sal texted or messaged me the other day and like, "Are we hitting the shop tomorrow?" I was like, "Not unless somebody unless I wake up in the morning and someone's bought a bunch of art from me."
Help your money become Dan's money.
Become my money, then become the comic shop's money.
Yes.
I'm just the middleman in that interaction.
That's right.
Anyways, and so obviously if I didn't get new books, I didn't have money for old books, but to participate, I pulled out a few things I thought would be, fun and interesting to show off here. By the way, that Muppet Babies book sold, the $100 one.
Did it sell for $100?
Someone bought it.
Did they pay full price for it?
I don't know. I got the notification it sold. I looked at it. That book was beat up, but
wow.
Whatever.
Well, I'm looking for you, buddy. If I ever see it out there reasonably, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it. So I thought we would go back to 1995. If the nice halcyon days, if any of you remember what the big comic event from 1995 was.
It is 1995. Do you know what your children are? That was one of the advertisements.
Trying to figure it out. Do you remember what the big comic event from 1995 was?
I do not.
It's all pushed together. I have no idea.
The all capitalized.
I got no clue.
The all capital.
No, like the comic event. It would be
95. Death of Superman.
Death of Superman.
It would be DC versus Marvel. So after they did DC versus Marvel, or in the middle of it, they did something called Amalgam Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So just thought we would take a trip down memory lane and check those out. This is all they did 12 of them.
Nice.
So we had all issue ones, obviously. We had Amazon.
Nice. Yep.
The only time in history this has happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We had the Storm and Wonder Woman. So some of these are very natural pairings where you're like, oh yeah, I can see how that goes together. Some of them you're like, that's an interesting pull.
Yeah.
We had Assassins.
Ooh. Elektra and
Deathstroke's
daughter, right?
Lady Shiva, and I forget who they paired her with.
Nice.
This one was a lot of fun. The Bruce Wayne Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's good.
It's Gary Frank cover too.
Yeah. And this is one that was a bit of an odd pairing. The Bullets and Bracelets.
Oh
yeah.
Frank Castle, Diana Prince.
With that spectacular Wonder Woman 90s costume.
Yeah.
And this one was an obvious pairing, the Doctor Strange Fate.
Yeah,
that's my favorite cover out of all the amalgams in the first run.
We haven't gotten to mine yet, but that one's a top one, but mine comes a little bit later. We had the JLX.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And it's also interesting when you see too, it's the mid 90s, so it's the characters that were, the staple characters like Cyclops, Aquaman, them, but then you also are seeing the characters who were big time characters at the time, like Impulse, crossed with Quicksilver.
Wow.
This was one of the most memorable ones, the Legends of the Dark Claw.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was good.
Love that.
That was a great cover.
Yep.
The Magneto and the Magnetic Men.
Yep.
This was my favorite cover of the first round of the Amalgam books, the Speed Demon.
Yes.
Ooh.
The cross between Flash and Ghost Rider.
Nice.
Again, speaking to characters that were popular at the time, we have Spider-Boy.
First appearance, ladies and gentlemen. True Spider-Boy right there.
That's right.
Not the Spider-Boy that's around now, but yeah.
I did not like that pairing.
It didn't make any sense.
One of my favorites, obviously, because I am a Captain America fan, the Super Soldier.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Which
S
was
shield.
Yes.
Tim, that book didn't make any sense, but it made some dollars, baby.
That pretty much says everything about the 90s comics.
Yeah.
And then the one to round it out for the 12 was the X Patrol.
Nice.
It was much more natural putting together than Niles Calder and Cable.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is that? Sunfire and Shatterstar?
Shatterstar and Starfire.
Starfire. Yep.
Yeah, Starfire.
Who is cleverly named Shatterstarfire.
That's amazing. Wow.
In case there was any doubt.
Girl who they crossed with, they crossed Elastigirl with Domino and just called her Elastigirl still. They were like, we're not even trying to come up with a combination of that name. So this was from, the glory days of 1995 for DC versus Marvel.
That's wonderful.
But 1996 gave us DC Marvel All Access and another round of 12 more Amalgam books. 6 of them were all first issues, but 6 of them were ones that were covered in the first round, and 6 of them were brand new ones, like Bat Thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, again, I mean, when you talk about natural pairings, Challengers of the Fantastic.
Nice.
Yes.
4-armed thing.
Yeah, and the Dr. Octopus Reed Richards.
Yeah.
This is one that was, an offshoot of the original ones, which I thought this one was really clever. The Dark Claw Adventures.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Batman the Animated Series.
Yep.
This is one that really you could tell only went together because the title sounded cool. Was Generation Hex.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Generation X and we got Jonah Hex. Let's combine
Done.
mutants in the Old West. This was another good one, the Iron Lantern.
I like that
one's
one. That's
great.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was pretty good.
The story had a real Howard Hughes type feel to it.
Feel to it. Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that right.
Another continuation one, the JLX Unleashed.
Oh, wow.
Gotta love that Nightcrawler Creeper combination.
What's the tagline up top? To stop Fin Fang Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Sal's favorite one that was from this, if anyone wants to guess.
This Venom related, yeah.
It was Lobo the Duck.
Oh, there we go. Wow.
Trapped in a world he never fragged.
That's great.
Man. I can
Oh
safely
my
say that one is
God.
not in my collection.
You need to get it.
The Magnetic Men featuring Magneto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The Spider-Boy team up with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Legion of Galactic Guardians 2099.
Wow. Love that web shooting gun.
Yeah.
I know.
This one is another one that was just a natural pairing. The Super Soldier Man of War, guest starring Sergeant Rock and his Howling Commandos.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yep. I did that for cover of the day a while back.
Yeah,
That is,
You did.
even though that's a modern cover, that's still so iconic in its frame, right?
Yeah, they definitely captured the old school comic covers with this, and I like that. If you notice the creative teams that they got to work on, like the first Super Soldier one, it's the same creative team as this. The same thing with like the Magneto and Magnetic Man and
That's
other ones.
great.
And then we had. I'm not really sure if this would be pronounced Thorian or
Thorian.
and the
Orion.
the new
New Asgard.
the new Asgard.
Asgods.
New Asgods.
From being really fun to say.
Why don't you give me that Asgard from behind the couch, would you please? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final one that we have, that the exciting X Patrol.
Oh,
There you go. Mm-hmm.
With the
Triumph.
triumph of
They're
Brother
exciting.
Blue.
They're
Wow.
So
exciting.
yeah, so from 1995 and then from 1996, and God, how fantastic would it be if they would go back?
I would love it.
They could give us they could give us Super Soldier again. They could give us Dark Claw, and there's so many characters that have been introduced in the past few decades that they could. How great would it be to? I know Jamie would love it. How great would it be to see like a Red Hood Moon Knight amount?
Well, now when Mark Waid did the listing of all the universes for DC, he mentioned the amalgam.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I think he calls it World 1996.
Yeah, it was either 95 or 96.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's mentioned. So
yeah, like how great would it be if they could play nice again and give us another crossover and another round of another 12 amalgam books? Like, you want to talk about sales records, especially now in the day and age where every book has 4, 5, 6 multiple covers. Think about the crazy multiple covers you could get with another round of amalgam books. Not just DC versus Marvel, but another round of amalgam books. All the artists that would love to jump in, pull stuff together.
God,
like they've already got like Gwenpool and the Spider Gwen. Like, how many different ones could you just be like, oh, Gwen Stacy mixed with whoever?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, what's the book on your spinner rack by your left elbow?
This one?
No, down. One more. Yeah, what's that book? Okay. I thought that was a great book. Yeah,
that would be the Swamp Thing number 9.
Swamp Thing 9, yeah.
Wow.
Imagine that. Wow.
Generously gifted to me from the great Uncle Gary.
I just wanted to see it, and I didn't have to whip it out this time.
Pardon me while I whip this out.
Whip it out.
I'll whip this out.
Well, all right.
Like you said, a fantastic story. It's not the end of it. You really don't see coming, like that last page or two. It's not the ending you expect.
Nope.
But it's a perfect ending for the story.
Absolutely.
Well, all right.
It was just fun to see it on your rack, man. That's so. I appreciate it.
That's going to be there for a while.
Well, let's go ahead and continue down the road of some back issue gems. I want to show you a trade real quick. I have Department of Truth Volume 4, Ministry of Lies.
Nice.
So this is the series that I'm reading right now. I'm at the beginning of Volume 3, and I'm loving every minute of it. So there's that. But now let's go ahead and show some awesomeness. So first we have an iconic cover. Somebody had to win, and it was me. Daredevil number 179.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the fence about buying some of these books that were really high dollar for a time, the prices are coming down right now. We're kind of in a downturn on the comic market. So now is the time. Now is a great time to be a buyer, because you can get books like this for way less than what they were. I got this for $12. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's great shape too.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. Moving forward, Sal, this is for you all day, every day. It's got a $1 cover price, came out August, and it's issue number 1. Do you know what it could be?
No idea.
It's got a yellow background. Exploding from the pages of the X-Men, it would be Alpha Flight number 1.
Oh, the original.
The original.
Yeah. On side, heroes. This is a job only we can take care of.
Because it was north of the border.
That yeah, exactly. Oh, we can't cross. Sorry. But yeah, Alpha Flight #1, first dynamic, double-sized issue.
And how much did you get that for?
I got this for $20.
Okay,
Nice.
good.
So yeah,
That's
this
good.
one didn't move around too much. That Daredevil one did, but this is holding fast at about
The issue where they go south of the border is a little dirtier.
Ooh. Well, speaking of dirty but gorgeously gorgeous, I got a 1 in 100 art germ variant for Phoenix Resurrection #1, The Return, and this is beautiful.
Oh,
Yep,
look at
yep,
that. That
yep.
is awesome.
That's nice.
Wow.
I've got the red cover up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got the red cover.
That's
It's not the one.
wonderful.
It's not the 1 in 100, but it's the same
Beautiful
pose. It's just red.
Yeah, I saw this. The price was right. I could not turn it down. Art Germ
Definitely not.
is fast becoming my favorite variant cover artist, and I'll pick up just about anything he does.
Now,
Very nice.
Which Phoenix costume color did you guys like better, the green or the red?
I like
Red.
the green.
Red.
I like the green.
Red.
I like the green myself. I think it plays a little better.
It's a split decision.
There you go, down in the middle. So here you go. Here's another red cover. This is a #1, but it's a reprint. This is the Wizard Ace edition. I had this a long time ago and was really disappointed in myself for getting rid of it, and I got it back today. This is Daredevil #1, the Wizard Ace edition, the S-Take cover.
That's nice. You filled your ace hole.
I did. I absolutely did. 4 inches, ladies and gentlemen. Raccoon can fit through a hole 4 inches wide, so just remember that. Yeah, couldn't pass it up. J. Scott Campbell cover, gorgeous. This is 90s gimmicky goodness, but it's an awesome reprint of what Uncle Gary has the first 15.
Oh, what, Daredevil?
Yeah, or do you have them all?
I have them all.
Oh, done. There we go. So I'm just now getting started.
Wizard used to put out some pretty cool books. They used to put out some pretty good stuff back in the day.
Now, this one here is Sal. We talked about this before, and it's got a little bit of curling damage down at the bottom, but I think it's easily pressable. This is a double cover.
Oh, double covers are great.
A double cover of Lady Death Between Heaven and Hell #1.
Yes, you did show me this one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I do not own a double cover whatsoever. Never.
So do you know how those are graded? How the double covers are graded?
The best grade is what it gets. The best,
and usually it's the inside cover that's graded.
See right here, it's got that curl, and you could see it going up. So I think if I have Jeff do it from Comic Spa, I think he can take it out of there. This is the first double cover I've ever owned.
Is now I guess with the chromium stuff, don't you have to? I guess they have to press it a little differently, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little bit of extra effort that goes into it, but I've got a 9.6 graded already. So if I can get this as a double cover graded, that would be amazing too. Now, Uncle Gary, this one is strictly for you, sir.
All right.
This is a Dell 12 center. So I'll do that.
Dell has a comic? She set
not
fire
a Dell.
Yep.
Dell has a comic. The other side. Now, this here on cover alone, this is high science fiction. And I want you to check this out. If you know anything about it, tell me. And also on the front of the cover, it's got some kind of business stamp on it, which makes it even cooler. But the cover looks good. There's not much damage to it, and it presents very, very well. Are you ready?
Yep. See it. Oh, look at that.
Nuclear #2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
So do you know anything about this book at all? I don't either, but I saw it, and for $10, I said yes.
He's holding on to that big old red tip phallic thing.
He says, I hope I can hold on to it.
Yeah.
Join Nuclear as he battles the world's deadliest foe. A missile. Can the Mad Baron's diabolical plot succeed?
Yeah, I've never heard of Nuclear.
Okay, so it's
Never.
a Dell 12 center. I'm going to do some research on this, unless Sal, you want to do that while I'm in the middle of showing the rest of my stuff.
I can do that.
NUKLA. Yeah, so go ahead and check that out, and we'll come back to it. But this one is a 1 in 25. This is direct from the Gotham City Police Department. This is I Am Batman #1. I love this cover. Looks amazing.
Oh,
Nice.
look at that! Is awesome.
Awesome.
That is great.
Wanted Batman. So
Is that Lee Bermejo that did that?
I believe
Kind
so.
of looks like his stuff.
I could be wrong. Known accomplices: John Ridley, Oliver Coipel, Alex Sinclair, considered armed and extremely dangerous. Immediately contact the GCPD or the magistrate. It doesn't say who the cover artist is, but you are most likely correct. So there you go. That's just a gorgeous cover. Wanted poster. Yeah. Now here's a newer book. It's called DC's Legion of Bloom. But it's a back issue because it's been out for a little while. But as soon as I saw the cover, this is the B cover. Check this out.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
Nice. Art germ again.
No, this isn't Art Germ. This is somebody else. I think it's Chew. Let me double check.
Yeah, it is Chew. It is. It is.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. But it's a gorgeous cover nonetheless.
Their artwork is similar with their features and the softness of the character.
Exactly. Yep. Next is rounding out my One Bad Day group of books. Every one of these I've read so far has been wonderful. This is the B cover for Ra's al Ghul, the Jim Lee variant.
That's a beautiful cover, and that was a good book. That was a good read.
Everyone I've read Clayface, Bane, and Catwoman so far, and they are wonderful stories. All of them were great.
The Catwoman story was really good too. But
Clayface has been my favorite so far.
I think Ra's has been my favorite. Okay. I still have to read the Riddler.
Yeah, me too.
And
there's one other.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I haven't read Freeze yet. I haven't found it, but this is going on my list. That's it for what I have, but I have a couple other ones that my buddy Paul got that I'm going to show real quick. So first off,
after that, we'll jump to the nuclear after that then.
Perfect. First off is a Amazing Spider-Man / Venom #1 3D. This is a reprint of Amazing 300, but it's signed by somebody kind of special.
Oh, nice.
Cool. That's cool.
That is very cool.
And this actually brought a tear to my buddy Paul's eye when he purchased this. So what he does, basically, me working at the shop, he will text me and be like, "What you got for me today?" Well, I got this, this, and this. Okay, I'll take these. And I showed him a picture of that, and he's like, "I'll take it." Done. So there was that. And then we got some more Spider-Man goodness for you. This is Amazing 166. Beautiful cover.
Stegron and Lizard. Yep, exactly. I bought that off the rack, Tim.
Oh, really? For 30 cents, ladies and gentlemen. A 30 center. Next, I got 3 more. We're gonna step away for a minute and go to some Aaron Star Wars. This looks like a director's cut, or no, it's the premiere variant, but it's got a signature right there.
Oh, is that Cassidy?
I don't know. Is that Jason Aaron's signature? Because it doesn't say on the back of the backing board or anything like that.
Is it Greg Land? Isn't that a Greg Land cover?
I got Cassidy.
That is a. You're right, Uncle Gary. That's a Cassidy cover, but is that his signature though?
I don't know.
Okay, so we'll figure that out. It'll be down here at the bottom under post.
Look it up.
So, Dane's got it for us right now.
I have a book signed by Cassidy, but it's all the way up in the library.
Well, here we go. These next 2 are pretty awesome. Is it Cassidy?
I mean, I'm just looking up images of his signature, and that looks pretty close to it.
Perfect. Then that's cover art signature right there. Makes it even more.
Yeah.
Now,
awesome.
Can anybody tell me what the first appearance of the Punisher is?
Spider-Man 129.
Well, I don't have that, but I have the issue before it.
Nice. There you go.
128.
28. That's a vulture.
I
Yeah,
love this cover.
it's a great cover.
You got that whole third thing right there.
Mhm.
And then you've got all of this, the green overlapping on the red and the blue, and Spider-Man caught by surprise. Wonderful, wonderful cover.
That's a great era of covers.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. But this last one I want to show you is a awesome, awesome cover on its own. It's a Ramita cover. And it is To Die a Hero. Do you know the issue number?
To Die a Hero.
To Die a Hero. That's on the cover. And it's Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh,
86.
52.
52.
Nice.
With Jonah. Tied to Jonah. See, you're showing Bondage covers.
I'm getting people ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic Spider-Man issue. And again, like I told you before, so they don't have to be perfect. Some of them can be in a little rougher wear shape, but you can get books like this for a really inexpensive price right now. I highly recommend you dive into the buyer's market. But Sal, you got some info for Nuka for us.
yes, I do. Yes, I do. So it's came out in the mid 1960s, as you know, by Dell Comics. It was created by writer Joe Gill, and an artist mostly was Sal Trampini. But issue number 4, Steve Ditko did the penciling, and Sal Trampini did the inking to that one.
Okay.
And if you go to my comic shop, you can get issue number 2 for $5.60.
160?
No, $5.60.
Lame.
How many issues did it run?
That I do not know.
It wouldn't be in as good a condition as mine is, and it
Probably
also
not.
wouldn't have a business stamp on the front. So I got my money's worth.
Oh, that's
You
just a fun cover. That's a great time capsule.
Oh,
cover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm picking.
Look at the
stuff like
space
this
station behind him.
Yeah, that's awesome
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like it was only 4 issues, this Nucla.
Ooh. Okay.
Easy to complete.
All right, Sal, you
gotta
got
get the rest of them.
you got some back issue stuff for us tonight.
I do not.
All right. Well, Uncle Gary, the back issue bin is all yours, and then you can take us into the showcase.
All right, so I don't have any actual back issues, but I have a few trades that I've gotten lately. I just like to show. Here's the Epic Collection, Spidey. It's a ninth volume of it. This is a great, very affordable way. This book is, it's $49.99, but you're getting over 20 issues of Spidey. You're getting 143 to 164, and I never have to crack my originals with having these, which is great. And this was just a great era of Spider-Man. But what's really kind of cool about this one is this has the issue that I first picked up off the rack, 157.
Oh, nice.
So that Doc Ock cover,
there,
that's the first Spidey I bought myself.
That's when Doc Ock was toned.
Yeah, he was. He was a little bit toned. Yep, he was. He had Slim Fast. He was doing good on that.
Aunt May's wheat cakes.
Yeah. So, but these are just a great, cool way to have these books. So
now that cover on the back there is a first clone.
Yes, this is the Jackal. Yep.
Yeah.
Jackal. Yep.
Yep. When they introduced the Jackal, and I believe
not to be confused with the Super Group.
This also had a really cool story in here where there was a Nightcrawler Punisher crossover.
Ooh.
That was really neat, and that was one of I guess that was like my 5th issue of Spider-Man that I had ever gotten, and it introduced me. I wasn't collecting the X-Men at the time, so it introduced me to Nightcrawler, and that was really, here it is.
Editorial did their job on that one.
Yeah, they did.
Throw Nightcrawler in this issue. Get some kids interested in X-Men.
Get them right. So that was my first introduction to any of the X-Men, and then the the next issue, the 162, was would have been my first exposure to the Punisher. So that was that was just it was just fantastic to read these as a kid and to see. Here we go.
Oh yes.
So you got Nightcrawler and you have Spidey and the Punisher on the cable car.
Wow,
So
that's great. When
cool
Punisher was still a pseudo villain.
Yes, he was. He was a villain. He had not gotten anti-hero status yet.
Yeah.
So this just came out lately, the Joe Fixit trade.
Yeah, I love that series.
So yeah, I was going to ask if any of you read this.
They didn't wait that long to put that out.
No, they don't. No. So did Tim? Did you read this or Dan?
I did not. I heard good things about it though.
So Spidey's in Vegas and he's hanging out in an air duct, and Joe Fixit has a confrontation with the Kingpin. Let's see. Can we see the Kingpin here?
Wow.
Yeah. Joe Fixit just says, "How is this possible?" And Joe Fixit catches his fist and says, "Say it's over." And he goes, "Oh, come on, you can do it." And he's talking shit. Well, let's provide incentive. And he picks up the Kingpin and smashes him into the floorboard.
Wow.
Into the floor. And there's an inset of Spidey watching, and he simply thinks, "This is the greatest day of my life."
So Joe Fixit takes place back in the 80s then?
You know what? They're not, because the Hulk can toggle between different personalities. It doesn't have to go back that far.
Fair enough.
So it's just, it's a goof, and Joe Fixit and Spidey end up, kind of teaming up, so to speak.
Wow.
And the Kingpin pissing the Kingpin off, but it's just seeing Joe Fixit slam the Kingpin around like he's a rag doll. A cool DC mini of two characters you don't always see together. I got this trade not long ago. It was a cool mini, Deep Target, which was Aquaman and Green Arrow. Yeah. It was a pretty cool. It was a 7-issue mini series, but it was just I enjoyed it. It was just it told a complete story, and it was fun. And
that seems like a very odd team up
pairing. Well, it is an odd pairing, but and there was an Aquaman Flash one too that's an even odder pairing. But you know what these fellows have in common that's really important to their creation?
The color green.
Well, you know what?
They're both blonde.
Well, those are things. But maybe more importantly is they debuted in the same issue.
Aha.
That's right, yeah.
More Fun Comics number 73 was both of them's first appearance.
Nice.
A book I do not have. But
what?
I do have More Fun Comics 75, which is the third appearance of these characters.
Wow.
So that's as close as I'll get, but that's okay. That's still pretty good, right?
Oh yeah.
And now the last one I wanted to show comes with an editorial. And you know what? It's Bagley art.
Oh, Avengers 2.
Avengers 2, Wonder Man, and the Beast, how we need the Beast to be.
Yep.
This crazy shit that's going on in X-Men with the Beast, I freaking hate it.
I love the panel where the Watcher showed up and just didn't say anything and just gave him the look.
You just gave him the look.
Beast this look.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, the disapproving look.
So look,
Wonder Man wasn't a pacifist. The Beast wasn't a villain.
Yeah, this is how the Beast and Wendy do. They ride off. They go. They're surfing. They're having fun.
Yeah,
he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. That's that's the Beast that I grew up with. Yeah. When I first started reading comics, he was an Avenger. But this is how the Beast should be. This crazy shit they've done in X-Men to him, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And what's I mentioned this before, but they mentioned that the Beast had destroyed all the ways for him to be brought back if he dies with his memories and everything, except for ones that contained his time as an Avenger. Why would that even be mentioned if that's not a future plot point?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope it is.
Totally
Now,
agree.
I know you get a different writer on there, and maybe that won't be maybe that's not going to come to fruition, just like Cannonball being an external. But I hope that comes, and I hope this is the Beast we get back. But
Yeah.
I just can't stand the Beast. You got Dark Beast already. Let Dark Beast do that shit.
Yeah.
Why we have to have Hank do that? So anyway, that's my editorial on that. That's what I have for back issues. And if you're ready for the real exciting stuff, we can go full on Bondage.
Time for the
One
showcase.
thing that would be an interesting storyline. I haven't read X-Men, so I don't know if they've actually done anything with Dark Beast in a while, because I haven't read it in a couple of years. But if they,
I don't know. I can't remember.
If they killed Dark Beast and brought him back with the Beast stuff from when he was an Avenger, and then you had the Avengers Beast have to interact with current day Beast.
I'll just be happy to see the Avengers Beast.
Yeah.
So this next segment on Bondage is brought to you by Dominatrix. So here we go. Now, I want you to keep in mind the numbers of these. So we're in the early 70s going to the mid 70s. And the issue span that I'm going through, there's a whole lot of bondage in a short amount of time. So whoever was the editor on this had some serious kink going on. Now, Wonder Woman 196.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
These books live in history, though. They're known as the Wonder Woman Bondage era or whatever it is, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there were earlier ones too, with the Golden Age stuff, but this era here, it is just crazy what they were doing here.
They put her through the paces on every cover.
And this is when she's depowered for start off here.
Yeah.
So that's 196. 197, 198 were two giant sizes that had reprint stories. So we get back to 199. This is a Jeff Jones cover.
That is a classic cover.
Yeah, this expensive book. This was the guy that was married to Louise Simonson at the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is Jeff Jones, but fabulous cover, right? So that's one.
Hey, what issue number is that?
199.
Sal, due diligence, please. What is the current FMV on that?
I'll look it up. Hang on.
All right.
So this one and 200 have some value to them. Here's 200.
Look at that.
Another Jeff Jones. I think 199 is better. It's a more desirable.
Hater. Oh yeah, 199 is there's a lot going on that. That 199 looks more like a horror book.
It does.
A product of that time than it does a Wonder Woman book.
Yeah, these books in really nice shape aren't cheap. So, so you got 196, 199, 200, straight up bondage, right?
Wow.
So we're gonna get to 201 while he's looking that up. Not so much bondage, but you got a cat fight.
Solid issue, solid cover.
Solid cat fight. So 202, let's have some more cat fight.
Sal, don't miss out on these, man.
I'm seeing them.
Okay.
I'm seeing them. That's good stuff.
Is that Zatanna that she's fighting? That old Zatanna costume?
No, that's Catwoman.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Show that again.
So here's Catwoman. And this
Wow.
It's a continuation. That's Catwoman costume.
That is, I've never seen that Catwoman costume before.
Yep.
So I remember she had a costume that kind of looked like that in Justice League for a while.
She did. So 203. So Diana's not tied up, but this other chick is.
We have that at my shop.
This book.
Yep, that cover right there. It's worse for wear, but it's up there by God.
So that's 203. So we got some more bondage. 204 is a big deal because it's first Nubia.
Oh wow, and she's back in her traditional suit.
Yes, so here she's back in her Wonder Woman costume. So 204. So let's see what happens in this. What? And it's
almighty.
That's
poor Diana.
Yeah, so she's strapped to a bomb. It looking like an eggplant, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
So that was 206. Did you have a number on that, Sal?
Yeah, for 199. Actually, it's not as expensive as you might think. Cover price has it at the fine status at like $35. I went
That
on eBay.
surprises me.
I went on eBay, and it's about, I want to say, high 30s, mid 40s, with a couple ups and downs. And there was one that was sold for 108.
Woo.
And these are all raw. Now there was a 7.5 that sold for 125.
Okay.
CGC.
So,
Because see, I think that's where the higher dollars are going to come in on those graded
correct.
books.
CGC.
Right.
CGC.
Because the 199 I have is very high grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
Yep,
is a very high grade.
and
We go
remember,
anywhere. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, remember, we're in that downturn on the market too, so we're seeing lower prices on higher dollar books.
But
Yep.
it's like my buddy Damien, that's a dealer, you know, when he's only going to go so far on those, right? Because he knows that traditionally these books are going to rebound.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So he's not going to go down. So we had some Bondage here, 205. So
Well, hang on one second, Uncle Gary. Sal, you had one comment you wanted to.
Yeah.
say?
So the eBay sold listings went from I want to say roughly 20 high 20s, low 30s up to $60,
Nice,
depending on the bid.
nice, very affordable.
no, that is very affordable there. But you know, everything of course is grade. So you know, the higher grade, the more, of course.
But like you said, those books are going to rebound.
Well,
Absolutely, they are.
like I said, Damien would never sell that book that cheap.
Yeah,
You know, he would hold on to it.
Yeah.
So 205, we got Bondage. So they're going to give her a break. They wouldn't put Bondage on 206 where she's chained to another chick, would they?
wow.
And that's Nubia. Now,
Yep.
this one I need to upgrade. This one's a little beat, but it's 206. So they're going to give a break. I mean, 207 couldn't have Bondage.
Oh my God, they just keep on going.
I mean, we couldn't have Bondage again.
At least she's in her costume this time.
She's in her costume, 207. So there we go. So we skip a little bit. Surely 209 couldn't have somebody tied up, could it?
Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
I won't let you kill my mother.
Yeah, so that's little Diana. Not quite Bondage, but you know.
That is, basically the same.
Yeah.
The font for Wonder Woman has changed, though.
It did. Yes, it did. This was what this was more like the Golden Age Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the other
Right.
one was very 60s.
Yeah, right. So I mean that was right. It was very 60s, very 60s.
Yeah.
But this is the font, the Golden Age. So here's a great 100-pager.
Wow, look at that.
Pretty good shape too. And here's 112.
Oh.
So it got kind of interesting. She got her powers back, but she didn't immediately go into the JLA. She wanted to do trials like Hercules' trials to prove herself. And she imposed this. The JLA didn't impose it on her. They wanted her back. So there would be a JLA member that would narrate a Wonder Woman story as they observe her to see if she's, you know, has met her own standards to come back. So this was Superman's tale.
That's interesting. That's an
yeah.
interesting way to write that story.
Yeah, and they've recollected that. And again, I want to say the Justice League did not make her do this. She wanted, this was her idea. So here's the Flash one.
Wow.
So she's being restrained, but not by ropes, but by townspeople. So there's the Flash one. Here's 214. Here's the Green Lantern one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is another 100-pager.
That is a cool cover.
So this is Green Lantern. Doing the trial. This is a great Nick Cardy Aquaman one.
Ooh.
And now she's being yanked by her hair by the God of War Mars. So these are interesting, just the fact because they had, you know, the JLA.
Yeah.
This one's really cool with Canary.
Oh wow.
Another Nick Cardy, and you're telling him you can't step foot on Paradise Island, and this, you know, this guy is just washed up on shore, and telling him, nope, got to go. So really cool.
Back in that water, Steve Trevor.
Get back in that water, that right.
Trouble.
All men are banned by Aphrodite's law. Okay. So now we don't have 100 pages, but we have a giant size. Green Arrow Mike Grill cover.
What number is that?
That is 217.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet Wonder Woman gave a lot of kids giant size.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All right. So here we have two tales in this one with the Justice League, one by Red Tornado and one by the Phantom Stranger.
I was just gonna say that.
Yep. So
Nice.
So we have that. That's 218, 219. The elongated man who
Back to bondage.
back to bondage. And the elongated man himself was, Sue was a very happy woman. He, with his power set. So, but Wonder Woman tied up. So surely we've taken a break from bondage because we've gone a few issues without it. We certainly wouldn't have it the next issue. So this is Kronos. This is the Atom, and it's cool. The Atom is on top of the little underneath the title card. So Kronos, the clock is bound her there. So 219, 220.
I mean, they clearly cracked the code then for what sold for Wonder Woman or what they
did.
So
that's 2 in a row. What are the odds that 221 would have bondage in it?
And I have that one too. That's the one I have. Yep.
All right, and that's the Hawkman tale, and then the last one for her to get back to.
Now, did they run those character narrated ones for like a whole year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is 222 was the final one, the Batman one.
Yeah.
And it started at 212. So this was a July cover date on 12, and it ended with a March cover date.
10 months.
Yep. So they went through, and then, so that was 222. It's that we ended with that, and then just
9 months.
There you go.
Wow.
There's another bondage, and with swastikas and Nazis. So they took her. So
they did a lot on that one.
They did a whole lot. You got a robot with swastikas, you got a missile with swastikas, and you got Diana bound up. So
with a big red rocket coming at her.
Big red rocket coming at her. Does it have veins in it? Let me see.
It's got some fire.
It's red hot.
And just for fun, 230 is just a cool cheetah cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Wonder Woman villain right there.
Classic Wonder Woman. And see, the title has changed again. The title's gone. We changed somewhere during the, but it's just in such a short span from issue 196 to 229, we have a dozen bondage covers.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
Uncle Gary, as always, your showcase is my favorite part of the show.
Oh, thank you, brother.
I love going down comic book history lane with you and hearing all this awesome stuff. Dan, thank you so much for showing the amalgam stuff today. That was an amazing trip down modern comic history.
Absolutely it was.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen,
when that stuff was coming out.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a massively packed, double-sized Codex issue. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Before we go, am I forgetting anything else tonight?
No? I don't think so.
All I'm forgetting is asking Sal where he goes when he's not doing Codex stuff.
Well, folks, you can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner, or you can find me on Instagram when Dan allows it as the Slab Guy 77.
There you go. And speaking of Dan allowing things, Dan, if you would be so humble as to let us know about the company you own.
I wish. You want to talk about the stuff I would showcase on here if I had Instagram money like that?
Let us know where people can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Go give me a follow, give me some likes, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think and what you want me to see me draw next or sing next or whatever.
There you go. Fantastic.
Beside me, the one, the only.
Uncle Gary.
Uncle Gary.
Thank you. Well, you can find the covers of the day that I put on the Comic Character of the Day site that are our guy that kind of bound us all together here. Speaking of bondage, Archduke Kevy, this Comic Character of the Day site on Facebook. I'll do the covers of the day, so hopefully you like the covers, mostly old school, but I throw in a few new ones every now and then. And you can find under the Opie Taylor appellation is what you can find me under on Facebook. I also am a I'm blessed to be a part owner of Comic Logic, which is Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. So please come by and see us if you're in the Northern Virginia area. Please tune in to the CODEX station's wonderful on-site visit of Comic Logic, where Dan and Sal came and Tim edited a beautiful piece. So you can see some. You can see some of our store there and some of the people that run it. We'd be happy to see you. First 3 Thursdays of every month, I'm on Facebook Live, Comic Logic. We have a preview show where we discuss new books on the first Thursday. And the second and third Thursday, it's me and 2 of the other co-owners. And we are Ye Grumpier Old Nerds. And we together and we talk sports, we talk movies, we talk comics. So we just have a good time talking a bunch of nonsense. So that's what we do best. So thank you.
Old grumpy man stuff. I love it. I've seen the show several times.
Sal participates. And then back to our wonderful host up top, please.
Give me one moment. Let me cleanse the palate.
He's cleansing the palate so he can have those dulcet, baritone, smooth vocal amazement.
I'm still listening. Keep going. Ladies
Tim the tight-fisted.
Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for the time that you've allowed us to come into your living room and sit with you and enjoy these awesome, wonderful comic books that we love to show on a daily basis. If you are not following us on any of the socials or where we live stream right now, please go ahead and do so. All you got to do is type in at the Codex station, and that is where you will find us, your favorite social media platforms, or like I said, where we live stream right now. We also got that Patreon right there. We've let you know how much it costs: $3, $7, expensive comic book or a regular price comic book. It's up to you. We would love to have you, and it'll be amazing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the time you've given us. We are very happy to do this. This is what we look forward to on the regular, and we can't wait to come at you later in the week with the podcast. We got Comic Character of the Week coming up. More on the spots are on the way. Comic calls, more interviews are coming, and so much more. Even though we've been a little sparse with what we've been putting out recently, there's reasons for that, and it's not because I lost a bunch of videos on my hard drive. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Tim the Terrible. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is the Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary, and next to him is the former owner of Instagram, now owner of Threads, Dan Kelly. This is Comics of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. This is Codex After Dark, and we are the Codex Station. We will see you next time.
See ya.
Fantastic.
Dantastic. That's right.
Dantastic.
Dantastic.